Hey everyone, I am Dr. Perry Drake. I am the chair of the Marketing and Entrepreneurship Department in the College of Business, the Ed G. Smith College of Business at the University of Missouri, St. Louis. What I'm going to talk to you about is navigating your marketing career and your marketing education. Marketing is a very complicated field these days, and I really want to make sure you guys are best prepared to land that ideal job that you all would really like to get. So let me go into this presentation, which I just made on September 11th of 2025 to the marketing club. We had about 25 members show up. For those of you who couldn't make it for other reasons, due to work or whatever scheduling, please view this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always available all the time for my students. Let me do a screen share. Okay, and let me open up the presentation for you all. So I have it here somewhere. Give me 1 second. It's in Canva. Here it is. Okay, and let me put this in full screen mode. Okay, so this is the presentation, Navigating Your Marketing Career and Your Marketing Degree. Okay, so just a little bit about me. Again, I am a grad of UMSL. I went to undergrad school there, and I also got my PhD at UMSL. I went off to New York for 28 years, where the first part of my career, about first 11 years, I was a marketing exec at one of the largest publishing companies in the world. They had the largest paid circ of any publisher. I'm not going to get into exactly who it was, but that was a great career to start out my marketing career. I then became a professor at NYU. They started a integrated marketing master's degree program. They asked me to be a part of that program and help build that. So I was at NYU for 14 years, and then I came to UMSL, where I eventually became the department chair. And then also I am the founder of the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference, MDMC, where pre-COVID, we were at about 2,000 industry professionals, 125 speakers over 3 days, covering all the hottest topics in the world of marketing, communications, PR, etc. So it's a great opportunity for my students to network and learn the latest in marketing. So we'll talk about that a little bit as well. So I just want to let you know, I've walked the same halls that you're all walking now, and my mission is to help you build a career that's not just successful, but also meaningful. I'm there for you 100%. My email and phone number, mobile, is right there. You can reach out to me at any time. Your key allies, most of you probably should know Ken if you're marketing majors. He is the senior academic advisor for marketing. And then Tyler Von Jensen, he is the professional success coordinator. So he can work with you on internships and things along those lines. And again, please make sure you guys are doing internships. And if you're not aware of it, you can also get credit for your internship as well. So you could take that as a marketing elective. I am happy to sponsor any of you as long as it's related in the field of marketing or sales. I'll sponsor, which just means I'm signing off and approving. You have to write a report back to me at the end of the semester telling me what you did and what you learned. And then, of course, you have to get a good score from your manager to whom you were reporting to. But make sure you guys stay in touch with these two. Ken, especially, he will make sure that you're on track to graduate when you want to graduate. He knows all the different courses you need. If he knows the sequencing, some courses are not offered every semester, and you may get caught off guard thinking that the course you saw this semester, you could just take it next semester. And then you find out, oops, it's not being offered next semester. Ken is fully aware of the scheduling of all those courses. Okay, so those are lifelines for you guys. Just a quick meet your faculty. These are all our full-time faculty in the marketing and entrepreneurship department. We have Frank, whose specialty is management as well as B2B marketing. Gerald, whose specialty is international. Tessa Garcia Collart is her specialty is branding. Dan Grossman is consumer behavior. Min is international marketing as well as advertising. Ho Kim is digital. Scott Morris is entrepreneurship. And he is also the director of the EIC, the Entrepreneur Innovation Center. And then Jeremy is entrepreneurship as well. Then we have quite a set of adjuncts as well that are well vetted within the marketing and entrepreneurship world. Sylvester Chisholm, you can look any of these guys up online on LinkedIn. They're huge in the field. Darcella, Katie Hobbs, actually, she's at Walmart now. Jeffrey teaches sales. Sylvester teaches entrepreneurship. Darcella's entrepreneurship. Katie Hobbs is sports marketing. Jeffrey is personal selling. Michael Elliott used to be my co-chair. He retired and now he's a founders professor and fills in gaps on any course. So his specialties across the board. Brianna is basic marketing and she also teaches in the Honors College. We have Mindy, who teaches CRM, customer relationship management. And again, that is something we're going to talk about that you guys need to be aware of these sort of things. Greg teaches entrepreneurial production. Chad teaches social entrepreneurship. Keisha teaches entrepreneurship and Bruce teaches entrepreneurial courses as well. So that is our lineup of heavy hitters in terms of faculty within the marketing and entrepreneurship department. So what can you do with a degree in marketing? Many things: brand managers, analysts, strategists, product managers, entrepreneurs. The industries are all over the place in terms of marketing. Marketing is required everywhere, even in accounting firms. You have to market your services. If you're an entrepreneur, you have to market yourself. The key focus areas that you all need to be thinking about seriously, and again, not a lot of marketing classes cover these things, so this is where you need to be very deliberate. CRM, customer experience. That's really big. We do have a course in that, and that's what Mindy Chu teaches. Video production and editing. You can go, YouTube has a special online school you can go to learn how to do better video with your phone, things along those lines. But that is in hot demand. People who know video, know how to do TikTok, editing, things along those lines. And that is all stuff you can learn on your own. Content creation, again, AI is kind of disrupting that. So generative AI is creating content, but we still need individuals to step in and ensure that it's got that human element to it. Social media marketing, we have a class in that, 3722. Influencer marketing, we touch base in that in the social media. SEO, SEM, that's in the digital strategies class. Can't stress enough. Search engine optimization and paid search. Email marketing, that is discussed within digital marketing. Analytics, data visualization. Again, marketing analytics is the course you're going to want to take, and actually that's a required course. E-commerce and retail strategy, again, that's really critical. Everybody is on Amazon, so you got Amazon storefront. And again, those are things you can learn as well. Now, those we don't specifically have a course in, but my conference touches on all of these different topics at the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference. And then entrepreneurship and innovation is always critical, having that mindset. Okay, so in-demand roles are digital marketing specialists, content managers, UX designers. Again, if you don't know what UX is, that stands for user experience. So that's ensuring that the experience a consumer has is really good and consistent across all channels, all mediums, et cetera. So when you see a brand on Facebook, you know that it looks very similar to when they send you an email, or you see a banner ad, or you go to their website. So good UX. And that became really a big field as the number of channels and mediums and things started exploding. And in the old days, it was pretty much television, billboard, print, direct mail for the most part. Now we still have all of those, plus a multitude of other things: social, email, web, blogging, podcasts, video. The list goes on and on in terms of how we can push out content to consumers. So we need to make sure that when the consumer is consuming that content, it's on point with what that brand is all about. Okay, you can go to the link here, the Robert Half Hiring Trend Report, to find out trends with marketing, but buzzwords in marketing. Again, you take a look at these AI. So again, if you go to, I think this was generated via Indeed or Monster.com. Again, I went in and looked for what is trending in marketing job postings, and these are the words that are being used. Just want you to realize it's not the four P's of marketing, which you all learned in 3700. It's AI-driven insights, omni-channel strategy, understanding how to have a marketing strategy across all the different channels. Um, Growth marketing, AI, generative AI, CRM, again, HubSpot, Salesforce. If you guys are not familiar with those, you really need to take the CRM class. Every company uses a CRM tool. Even Ferguson Roofing here in St. Louis uses, I believe, HubSpot to manage all of their leads, their customers, etc. And again, your bigger companies, will use these tools as well, but some of them are custom made for their needs, and they help also push content out specific for the individual that we're talking about, etc. Email is huge as well. I know you guys don't like to open up emails or receive emails, but you will learn once you start working that's the main means of communication. So you might as well get used to it now. It's not texting. So email marketing is critical, and I do address that within the digital strategies class as well. So you guys have some familiarity with that. Okay, so what's happening in the job market? Basic entry-level marketing roles are shrinking, just fewer postings for those. Companies need some specialized skills and individuals that show they have the aptitude to develop those specialized skills. Look, they're not expecting you to come in and be proficient in generative AI or overly proficient in Salesforce or HubSpot day one. But at least if you have the knowledge of these tools, what they do, maybe played with them a little bit, and then you're showing that aptitude for growth and learning and creativity and those sort of things. That's what they're looking for today. So again, don't just settle for being a marketing major and checking off the boxes that make it as easy for you to do. Specialize, take digital strategies, take social media marketing strategies, take CRM, these sort of courses. I also, and my faculty also get you certified in various things like Google Analytics, SEO certification, social media certification. So in some of my classes, I actually stopped giving final exams. And instead, I'm having you guys get certification so that you could load those up on your LinkedIn profile. That will look much better to an employer than saying you got a 100 on Perry's final exam in digital strategies. Okay, so just keep those things in mind. Be very deliberate about what you all are doing. So I'm going to show you in just a second the courses that we have in marketing and entrepreneurship, and let's kind of talk them through. Just want to make sure you guys, if you just Google UMSL marketing syllabi, you will land on a page that I have every faculty member list their syllabus for you to take a look at, or can and the advising team can help you do that as well. But they're all loaded up on the website. I want to be as transparent and open to you and give you as much information as possible. So that is there for you. Now let's just take a look at the courses. On the left side are all the marketing courses. So Principles of Marketing is a required course. There you go. The other required course is, where is it at? Marketing Analysis 37, 40. That's required. And then the other one is Marketing Management 4700. So that's it. Those are the only required courses. I really am working to try to change the marketing degree a little bit to make a couple other required courses like 3721, Digital Strategies. If you do not take digital strategies, then you're walking out the door without any knowledge of search engine optimization, paid search, Google Analytics, email marketing strategy, customer journey mapping, etc. So that course is critical for you to be able to talk the talk when you guys are out there interviewing and to learn how to dig a little bit deeper into some of those things. So consumer behavior, most of you do take consumer behavior, which is great, even though it's not required. I would say probably 65 to 70% of my marketing majors do take that, and I'm thrilled that that is occurring. So I'm not so concerned about making that a required class. I think everybody gets it. Advertising and promotion is a great class as well. So that looks at a little more from a branding point of view, higher level advertising and promotion. And then I believe Professor Zhu, she does the Chevy Challenge, where once a year, the students compete with other universities to build out an advertising campaign for Chevy. Introduction to Social Media Marketing 3722, I teach that as well. And in there, you learn about creating a social media playbook, developing personas, segmenting, figuring out which social channels are right for which customers, because not every social channel is well suited for every customer, depending upon age or demographic, things along those lines. It also gets into influencer marketing, it gets into crisis management, things along those lines. Again, sales is important as well, and personal selling. So those are courses that you should definitely think about taking also. And then we have sports marketing and international, which most of you do take international, again, because I know you have to have that international component within your education. So that's a great class as well. And we do have every spring, and again, Ken knows that we bring in a faculty member from Finland, the university in Sinoki, Finland, and Setu, and she teaches a 3-day intensive international marketing class for 3 credits. And then what I do in exchange is I used to go over to Finland and teach a digital and social media marketing class for them in Sinoki, but now I'm sending a Dr. Tessa Garcia Collert to start doing that. So it's kind of an exchange program we work out with the university in Finland. And then, of course, on the right-hand side are all of our entrepreneurship courses, which are all critical as well. And I would highly recommend any of those also for the marketing majors, again, to just have that entrepreneurial mindset and thinking, embedded within you. So what I'm going to say to you guys is, plan accordingly. You do have electives that are at your disposal to take outside of your degree. But what I'm imploring you to do is take those within the degree. So don't take something outside of the marketing degree. Take the CRM class, take the digital strategies, take the social media marketing strategies, beef up your marketing degree with the courses that count. Okay. Don't just check off simple boxes to, get out the door and get your degree. I want you guys to land the job. Now, the other thing, again, now some of my classes and our classes, you do get certified in some of these things. But in between classes and when you have downtime, go to Google Analytics Academy. If you take my digital strategies class, you will get Google Analytics certified. HubSpot, again, has a lot of certifications. You guys do get a couple of HubSpot certifications within my classes. Meta Blueprint is another great place. So, guys, they have probably 100 different courses you could take, all for free, where you learn content strategy for Facebook, etc., influencer marketing strategies. So these are all things you can load up on your LinkedIn profile. Hootsuite, SEMrush, YouTube Creator Academy, that's what I was talking about before, Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So again, if you take the CRM class, you do get HubSpot certified, and you also get Salesforce Trailhead. I don't believe you get certified, but Mindy takes you, Professor Shu takes you as far as she can, because I believe that costs 200, but it's still inexpensive at the end of the day, guys, to put that on your LinkedIn. So think about that. Okay, we did used to have you get certified, but because there was a cost, we pulled away from that. Again, this is a video that you guys can watch that I did. I just redid this and updated this a few weeks ago on basically your digital first impression, LinkedIn for success. And it also just touches overall on your personal branding and how to brand yourself really well out there and how to create a really good LinkedIn profile, which again, in my digital strategies class, all of my students have to do that. That's 40% of their midterm is creating a really good LinkedIn profile. So I can't stress that enough. That is the first go-to. For HR reps, you want to make sure you do good SEO, search engine optimization, using those buzzwords. So, for example, if I was a marketing student, um, and I'm setting up my LinkedIn profile for Professor Drake. My first paragraph would be, "Hi, I'm Perry Drake. I'm a marketing major here at the University of Missouri St. Louis. I'm learning things such as search engine optimization, paid search, Google Analytics, customer journey mapping, yada yada yada." And then I kind of go on from there. So again, I'm laying this out very clearly for how you guys need to create those profiles. And again, don't say student at University of Missouri St. Louis. Again, say student of digital and social media marketing, University of Missouri St. Louis, if that's what you want to do. Put those buzzwords in there. Okay. This particular semester, but every semester, I want this to be a little bit evergreen in terms of content. But every semester, we're doing all sorts of workshops for the marketing students. So again, the one that I did this for, which was yesterday on the 11th of September, but then coming up in 2 weeks, we have a bunch of alumni coming back. There's one that's not, but she is the chair of my marketing advisory board. But all of these are alumni. Up there at the top is Melissa Dorn. She was one of my grad assistants. Brianna was one of my grad assistants. They're all coming back to talk about what you guys need to do to be successful in the field of marketing. I am going to be doing a LinkedIn workshop, which I typically do every semester. And then we are going to have some HR reps come in also to talk with you about what to expect and how to prep for those interviews for internships, etc. So those are the three things we have going on this semester. But every semester we always have stuff. So just go to Triton Connect and look up the Marketing Club to find our specific events. Okay, so MDMC, I mentioned that to you as well. That's the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference. That's huge. It's a conference for industry professionals, but it's one in which I pull as many students in as I possibly can to help volunteer. So my marketing club, they introduce all the speakers. So we had about 60 speakers this last April at MDMC. We had 800 people in attendance. So in each of the different breakout rooms, we had 3 different breakout rooms. Students were manning the breakout rooms and introducing these marketing executives, some of which were from Facebook or Google. So it's a great way for you to network, meet people, build your connections on LinkedIn. And look, here's the other thing I want to just show you guys. Let me go out here. I think I have the program somewhere if I can find it. Shoot. Let's see here. No, that's not it. Um, Let me find this here. My bad. I thought I had already had that pulled up. Let me just go here because I had downloaded it. Okay, here's the program. Okay, so what I want to show you is this is the program for MDMC 2025. I've been doing this since 2013. That's my team. We did it at the Two Hill. We will not be at the Two Hill anymore. These are all the speakers. We have Google, we have Salesforce, all sorts of big names here. And then the list goes on and on. And then I'm going to show you, I just want you to look at the sessions that we have, and I want you to look at the titles of the sessions. These are not chapters in Marketing 3700 by any means. So these are the things that are being talked about by industry, marketing professionals. These are things they're learning, talking about, having discussions about. And this is the world I need to push you guys into. Here's the mechanics of marketing automation. creating an identity brand, marketing mix models. When I talk about marketing mix models, that's figuring out what percent of my marketing budget should be going to social versus direct mail versus video pre-roll, et cetera, and figuring out which ones are giving the highest return on investment and optimizing that marketing mix. Okay. And that's using Google's new open source tool, Meridian. What else do we have here? Oh my goodness, content creation, creative briefs, strategy into performance. Again, some more on branding, generative AI, a lot of AI. I would say probably half of our sessions had AI discussions within them. Behavioral principles that drive action. So again, this is getting a little bit into kind of consumer behavior, B2B lead nurturing. So that's what we call it. You're nurturing a lead to get them to buy or do whatever it is you want to do. Social media advertising. The list goes attribution modeling, that kind of gets into marketing mix a little bit. Um, and it just goes on and on. So I just want you guys to look at this. These are not marketing 3,700 chapters. This is the world of marketing. So, and I want you guys to come to the conference. I will let any of you guys come to the conference that you want to for free. You just have to hit me up. It is every April or May. I want you guys to be involved and experience this. Okay. So I just want to show you this and can't stress it enough. I get very passionate about this. Okay. Let's go back to the presentation here. Okay. And let's see here. Okay, so the other thing that I've been saying a lot of lately is I really need my marketing students to develop that accounting mindset. So accounting students very jealous of the accounting club and the accounting mindset. Accounting students are very focused, laser focused on exactly what they need to do, what they need to get certified in, what exams they have to pass to get that job that they want to get at the end of the day. And 100% of them, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, are placed with agencies and accounting firms upon graduation. They are laser focused. And you know what? In marketing, you guys need to start developing that same mindset. And that's why I'm here to help that happen. Because again, being a generalist just doesn't cut it. You guys need to learn all of those sort of skills, understand the skills that you need at least, and show a potential employer that you have that drive and desire to just constantly learn the new things that are happening, the disruptions, et cetera. So again, that's content strategy, SEO, SEM, paid search, Google Analytics, video, podcasts. All of those sort of things is what you guys need to get kind of embedded with, as well as the tradition, which is kind of that foundation. But you guys need to develop that mindset. Just don't check the boxes. Take the classes that you need to take to get the job that you want to get. Because otherwise, I'm going to tell you, it's not going to happen. If you walk out the door without some of the knowledge of what I just talked about, you are not going to attract the attention of any particular company, period. You're just not, and you're not going to get the job you want. So be mindful of that. And I hate to be blunt, but that's really the world that we live in. It's very competitive. And then again, the other thing, which I know Lisa, my advisory board chair, talks about all the time, is you have to come in showing you have that drive. You've got that entrepreneurial mindset. You want to learn. You're eager. Where is AI fitting in? So that's what they want to see as well, because they realize this whole marketing world is changing quick and you can't know it all. So that's a lot of it as well, guys. Okay. Again, generalization versus specialization, unfocused skills, limited career impact, and it's hard to stand out, just what I said. So again, be purposeful in your skill building, have that accounting like rigor in your marketing degree. Again, marketing student success plan, engage with faculty, hang out with me, be at the conference, all those sort of things. Love it. The faculty is always there to help. Build your network early. So go to events. When you meet somebody, ask them if it's okay if you send a LinkedIn request. Because again, you don't know where that connection might come in handy down the road. Maybe you're wanting an internship at Boeing, and the person that you connected in with last week is connected in with the HR rep at Boeing. And because you connected in with them, you can see that link there, and then you could hit them up and say, "Hey, Perry, I really enjoyed meeting you at the marketing club event the other day. I see you're connected in with the HR rep at Boeing. Is there any way you could possibly put in a good word for me or help me get my resume to the right person? I would really appreciate it. And if I can, I'm certainly happy to do that." So again, that's build those networks, guys. Earn those certifications either within our classes or on your own. Tons of them are out there for free. Grow your digital presence. So again, work on your LinkedIn, um, be strategic that way, and then, think strategically, not transactionally. You just don't want to check those boxes. Okay, so that was pretty much it. Sorry, I don't have any pizza for you. You had to be there yesterday on the 11th of September to get the pizza. We had emos. And again, it was a great event. Like I said, about 25 students total. And I wanted to create this video so that you all that weren't able to make it can hear what it is I have to say. Okay, hope this was informative for you guys, and I'm always available if you want to talk or get some career advice. Would love to do that. Again, I want to make sure when you guys walk out the door at the University of Missouri St. Louis with your degree in marketing, you are equipped for success. And an employer's looking and thinking, "Wow, I mean, that's pretty amazing. Some of the stuff they learned." So please, I implore you to think it through very carefully. Okay, always there for you. Take care.